Good morning, boys and girls. Today we are going to continue with our story, How My Family Lives in America, written and illustrated by Susan Coughlin. So we have finished, this is Sanu, we finished with her and her Senegalese culture. See, we finished our Venn diagram sort. These are all the things she did in Senegal culture. These are all the things she did in USA American culture. And here are the things you'd see in both cultures. In her Senegalese culture, she calls her grandmother Mamboudidjan. They wear African clothing and play on an African drum. There's the Senegalese twist hair braid. They make chiboudjen dinner. They eat on the floor and they eat from one bowl with their hands. In USA culture, she calls her grandmother, grandmother. And they sing the American lullaby, Hush Little Baby. And they eat with a fork. And something you'd see in both cultures is they go food shopping. They play an American lullaby on an African drum that's bringing in both cultures. She goes to work with her mom and they invite the family over for dinner. Today, we are going to discuss Eric. This is Eric. And he is of Puerto Rican culture and American culture. So I wanted to quickly show you where Puerto Rico is on a map. So here is our map. This is the USA. This is where we are. We are right about here, New Jersey. Puerto Rico is right here in red. So it's out in the water. It's a little island out in the water. It's actually part of a USA called territory, which means it's not one of our 50 states, but it's still an area that the USA protects and cares about. So it's still part of our nation in a way. Okay, so that's where Puerto Rico is. So let's move on with our story. And let's see all about, skip Sanu, get to Eric. Here is Eric. My name is Eric. I live in a tall apartment building in New York City with my mommy and daddy and our pet parrot called Peppy. My daddy and all my grandparents came to New York from Puerto Rico. Daddy showed me how to find Puerto Rico on a map, just like we did. It is an island in the ocean not too far from Florida. Mommy, Peppy, and I were born in New York City. So Eric's dad was born in Puerto Rico. His mom was born here in America. So that's why he has two cultures. When Daddy comes home from work, we play our favorite sport, baseball. It's hard to catch the ball when I wear my heavy winter jacket. Okay, so our first up is baseball. Do we think baseball is Puerto Rico or America? Now we see that his dad plays baseball with him, and his dad is from Puerto Rico. I'm going to keep reading to give us clues if baseball is from Puerto Rico or America. Last winter, Mommy and Daddy took me to Puerto Rico for a vacation. I learned lots of things about my heritage. Daddy grew up where there are palm trees like in Florida and is warm every day in Puerto Rico, so warm that people can always play baseball without a jacket. So he says that his dad would play baseball in Puerto Rico without a jacket. So he played baseball in Puerto Rico. So Puerto Rico is a Hispanic culture. Baseball is a Hispanic, Puerto Rican culture. I have no idea what I'm trying to say. Baseball is a Puerto Rican culture. But we play baseball in America, right? So we put baseball in both because both Puerto Rico, pen dried out. And Americans, Puerto Ricans and Americans play baseball. So now it says, Daddy grew up where there are palm trees like in Florida, and it is warm every day in Puerto Rico. So warm that people can always play baseball without a jacket. So which culture is it warm every day? Puerto Rico or American? It is definitely not American. We have winter here. It's cold, at least in our area. maybe down by Florida. It is warm every day in Puerto Rico. So that impacts what they do. That means that the culture of Puerto Rico gets to spend a lot of time outside, playing outside in the warm, wearing warm clothes. So that affects their culture. That's why we're going to put it here. So he also says, everyone in Puerto Rico speaks Spanish, just like my grandparents. So in Puerto Rico, everybody speaks Spanish. Does everybody speak Spanish in America? Some people, but not everybody. But everybody speaks Spanish in Puerto Rico. So we're going to put Spanish language on this side. And over here, what language does everybody speak in America? Or most people speak in America? Now, I'm going to write English because I think most people can speak some part of English. Maybe not a lot or maybe tons. But there's also many other languages people may speak in America because America doesn't have one language. We have lots of language and we love everybody's language. But for the most part, you're going to see things in English in America. So I'm just going to write English to make it easy for you guys. So let's move on. In our home, we speak 2 languages, English and Spanish. Even Pepe speaks English and Spanish. Even the bird speaks English and Spanish. Wow. My friends Irma and Glenn speak Spanish too. They come from another island called the Dominican Republic. If you come from a place where the people speak Spanish, you are called a Hispanic. We call ourselves Hispanic Americans because part of us is Spanish and part of us is American. In my city, there are lots of Hispanics from many different countries, but they all speak the same language, Spanish. So everybody speaks Spanish there, even if they're from different countries. Sometimes Irma and Glenn stop by to help with my chores. We clean beans, then set them in a pot of water overnight to make them soft. Okay, so Eric is telling us he has chores. What do you think? Do you think they only have chores in Puerto Rico, or do they have chores in America too? You're right, everybody's got chores. All kids across every culture are gonna have chores. So we're gonna put chores in both. We see chores in both cultures. Mommy shows me how to crush garlic for sofrito, which is a mixture of Spanish spices that will go into the bean pot. So sofrito, a mixture of Spanish spices. So that is Puerto Rican culture. Sofrito. So that's Spanish spice mix that they use to flavor their food. Sounds delicious. Let's look. Ooh, look at that food. The next night, Mommy, Daddy, and I have our favorite dinner, arroz con pollo y habichuelas. It's rice with chicken and beans. Mommy and I are good cooks. So let's see. What we have here, we have arroz con pollo y habichuelas. What does that sound? Does that sound like a Puerto Rican dish or an American dish? It is a Puerto Rican dish. Arroz con pollo. Now, even though that means rice and chicken and beans, and we have those things in America, this is a type of dish that started in Puerto Rico. Or I shouldn't say started because I'm not sure where it originated from, but it's very popular in Puerto Rico, and that's one of their culture's dishes. And now it's here in America too, because we have lots of people from other cultures come, just like Eric's family came and introduced American people to all these delicious foods. So this is it for today for our sort. Here you have Eric's sort that you are going to see as your assignment. You have the Puerto Rico side, America side, and both in the middle. And these are the different pictures that you are going to be sorting. warm weather every day, baseball, Spanish, English, chores, arroz con pollo y habichuelas, and sofrito spice mix. You're going to tell me which side they go on. Okay? Thanks for listening, boys and girls, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.